Okay, so we've already discovered what shade I am. I'm number 4. So now I am going to show you how easy it is to apply your Airbrush foundation. Now, I am someone that has many acne scars, many pits in my skin, blue veins, dark circles, red around my nose. So we're just going to show you how beautiful and flawless the application can be if you just take your time and just move the stylus slowly. And the secret to a flawless coverage and that good even coverage that you see on the celebrities is just taking your time and doing thin sheer layers that are layered one on top of the other. So you can already see, just with what little work I've done, the blue veins are starting to go away, the acne scars are starting to blend. They're almost covered. Now that I've gotten the first layer down, I'm just going to go back and fine tune and work on all those problem areas. So I'm going to work on my blue vein first. We call that my noodle. And then I'm going to work on my acne scars a little bit more. We're just fine tuning, still very sheer. Still holding the stylus about 6 to 8 inches away from the face. I am not pressing very hard on the stylus at all. And one of the biggest tips and secrets is to just not pull back on the stylus so hard. You just gently pull back on that button and you just get this fine mist. And it just gives you this beautiful ethereal coverage. You can get really close under your eyes. And you can already see that all of my problem areas are already starting to dissipate. I don't look like I have a lot of foundation on. I look camera ready. And it's nice and flawless. Okay, so the next step for that red carpet effect is you're going to blend down to the décolleté. So you can see I'm wearing a top that comes down a little bit lower. So now I'm going to concentrate on the neck and the décolleté. Same rules apply. Don't pull too far back on the stylus. Just gently mist and go over your neck. You want to extend your neck so that you don't get any creases. And since the formula dries super fast, you won't get any creases even if you do. And you can just take it down. If you're wearing a plunging neckline to a gala or an event, this is a perfect way to have that continuity of color in every photograph taken at the event. Still thin, very sheer layers upon sheer layers, and you just keep the stylus moving. And now I have that continuity and that beautiful airbrush look. Okay, so now I have finished my makeup. I feel like I have nothing on my skin. Everything is very sheer, very even, and all my problems are taken care of. So now I'm going to show you the correct way of pulling back on the button. You only want to pull back about 1/4 to about half of the way back on the stylus. That's how you get the most beautiful, even amount of pixels. It's very soft and very pretty. So here's what you don't want to do. You do not want to pull back way back on your button, because when you pull way back on your button, you can see that it's just jet stream. A lot of power in this little compressor, so you really want to make sure that you're just holding it just in the right place. And when you're pulling back too far, that's not going to give you the correct, flawless, even coverage. And it just takes a little practice. You'll want to pull back because it's a lot of fun, but hold yourself back and just pull a little bit by little bit. And that's how you get the beautiful, flawless coverage. So now we're going to go over the mistakes of what not to do. You never want to hold the stylus too close to the skin, and you never want to pull too hard on the trigger. Combining those two is going to give you a very wet, thick, unnatural look, and that's not the look that you want. So first I'm going to start off by spraying very light and very smooth, even, and I'm going to move my stylus gently and just keep that going. And even though I'm using a shade quite darker than my own, so that you can see the difference, what a great resort look, huh? If I go yachting. Okay, so now we're gonna shoot it too close and we're gonna pull too hard on the button. So let's say I'm a new user and I'm thinking, oh, this is great. Look how much coverage I'm getting. And it's just too wet, too thick. It's not gonna dry correctly. It's an incorrect way of applying airbrush. Okay, so now let's take a look at the difference between the two areas. This is the side where I held the stylus correctly. Feel how dry it's all set, even though it's not even my color. It's so pretty and velvety and natural, and it feels light. It feels like you have nothing on. Now compare that to where I held the stylus too close and pulled back too hard on the button. Big difference. It's a big wet goop, and you don't really want to go to any affair looking like that.